Fairbairn now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. 13.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Breeze going to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. He's got the first down and more past midfield. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards. So the same tandem connecting on back-to-back throws to start the game.
And maybe throwing the scouting report off just a little bit. That's not exactly what they think is going to be their #1 receiver, but he's producing already early in this game.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. An 11-yard touchdown. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. The 3 plays already in the end zone. That was quick.
We always talk about offenses understanding what they want to do before they go into a game, and they practice it. They have their script and the plays they want to open with. But defenses aren't just reactive. They have their own ideas as well. These ideas didn't get implemented very well. 3 plays and a touchdown already scored against them.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. Now Watson fighting to stay upright. Steps away to his left. And some room to maneuver. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. On 1st down, Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. From the red zone now, Watson. And the catch made by Hopkins. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. To throw again on 2nd down, Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking...
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. An 18-yard touchdown grab as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Ready? 95-56, 95-56. I'm coming after you.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Check.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Breeze out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
He's checking. He's no kill. Easy, opposite.
Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Breeze to throw for it on 4th. And that is going to be incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this Texans defense stands tall. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Texans football to start quarter 2. As they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. On 2nd and 9, Watson. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Going for the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The Texans send the punter out, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Here's Sherrills. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. From midfield, here's Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So now fourth down looming. Remember, these guys went for it on their last drive, but it didn't work out.
Yeah, even though it didn't work out, I would not be surprised at all if they went ahead and did it again.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Darn right.
To throw is Breeze. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on fourth down. Now Breeze. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn, but it's going to be second down.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Well, a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. Michael Thomas, who turned 26 in March, now the league's highest-paid wideout, signing a 5-year, $100 million extension in late July that will run through 2024.
He's the highest-paid non-quarterback ever. Though we know as far as these things go, that could change quickly in the league, but still a huge contract for him and deserved. 125 catches last year, led the NFL.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And he will score. It's a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. Check 13.
On second and 9, Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else.
Ready? Ready? You're good, you're good. Right forward, ready.
Now Breeze on third down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. To try again after the sack. Watson escaping the pressure right. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
I'm going back to you. 47's the man. Check, 47. Watch the
Now a first down throw, Watson. That's caught. It's Thomas. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Here's Watson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. But it'll be second and goal.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where and got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Kiki QT there to make the grab. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. The final shot before half for Breeze. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas, as time expires in the first half, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. And now they'll elect to go for 2 and try to cut into this lead a little further before they head to the locker room.
11.
They'll throw now on the final play. And this is going to be caught. So they get 2 more on the half's final play, and they shave 8 off this deficit as we head to the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. On second and very short, Watson eluding the pressure right. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Buying time to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. And he's going to go down again. Marcus Davenport able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
From the 50, it's Watson. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he'll find QT on the right side, complete. Touchdown, Houston. Kiki QT. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing, and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Come on, D.
Now Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. Now Breeze. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. From 21 yards away, as his guys are back within a single score. It's been quite the game for him individually, a trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route, whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Come on, QB, come on. 47 Mike. 47 Mike. Mike 47. 124.
Throwing again is Watson. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. And his throw is incomplete. Well, let's have some fun while we have a minute here. Fantasy drafts are in full swing. I know I've got my family fantasy draft coming up, Charles. Who would be your top 3 picks? I know that you're a noted fantasy football expert, so who would you take?
Well, you've got to start with guys who are going to touch the football and put it in the end zone, right? You got to score points. How about Saquon Barkley with the Giants? You know he's going to run it, he's going to catch it.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Now he'll escape to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th. Back now here live in New Orleans as we've got the final quarter upon us. We get ready to start the 4th. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Watson, pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Cameron Jordan, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and now it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
And Cook has it, left side. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting 1st downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over. They
keep it with Miller on 1st down. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Here we go, G. Get off the field. 47's the mark, boys. 47.
Watson now to throw. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stick.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell, and he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Breeze going to throw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. A gain there of 21 yards. All the yards, completions, just another play that's a feather in the cap of the great career of Drew Brees.
And wasn't he supposed to be too small to be an effective quarterback in the NFL?
Yeah, how'd that work out?
Yeah, well, his footwork, I think, really sets him apart. Remember, he was a junior tennis champion. Beat Andy Roddick, the future U.S. Open champion, back when they were in the juniors. I think that footwork really helps him be the great quarterback he is now.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
At their own 44-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Now Watson. Steps away to his left. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Marcus Davenport getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Now it's Watson. Incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Back to throw, Breeze. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Breeze. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Breeze. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Breanne Bonnie Calhoun. Thomas, the intended target. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right. And under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Till next time, we say so long from the Bayou.
Up this magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. tried to set the bar, tried to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. And I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, did crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get on out my problems, let me When I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Miami Dolphins. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Ready. Yellow waiting.
It's our time. It's our time.
3 seconds.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
We go 21.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Breeze. And that is incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Ready.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
5-9.
Watch the screen.
Hey, exit.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now Balaj. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Here we go.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They run it with Balaj. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Third and short yardage. Fitzpatrick. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Fitzpatrick to throw for it on 4th down. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Saints will have the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
47, 180! Mike, 47.
Come on, 34.
47 to Mike.
Fitzpatrick on 1st down. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
After the sack on 1st down. Fitzpatrick. Cameron Jordan picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
So now after the sack, 3rd and long, and Fitzpatrick and company a little work to do.
36. Check 24. Check 24.
Kill. Kill.
3rd and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Demario Davis. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Marcus Sherrill's deep for the Saints. And this will be taken at the 13. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. That's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. It's caught on the right side, it's Smith. To the 40 and no further. The razzle-dazzle, though, got him a couple extra on the play. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Throwing again on 2nd down. Breeze. He's got Smith here. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Fitzpatrick now after the fumble recovery. Now he's flushed out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Demario Davis able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Mike 47. Bring it.
From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Cameron Jordan able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Fitzpatrick to throw it. And that is going to be incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Saints will have the football back. Well, Charles, while we have a moment, you know what we need to do here is give a nod to the new Hall of Famers who were brought into Canton and inducted on August the 3rd. Champ Bailey, Pat Bolin, Gil Brandt, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law, Kevin Mawai, Ed Reed, and Johnny Robinson all part of the class.
Fantastic class. When you talk about guys who played at a top level, obviously they're Hall of Famers. But what I found interesting about it is you've got a great pass catcher, the best pass-catching tight end in history, in Tony Gonzalez. How would he like to work against this secondary? Champ Bailey and Ty Law at corner, Ed Reed and Johnny Robinson at safety. Good luck trying to get open against those four. What a matchup that would have been, but it was a terrific night for those gentlemen. Congratulations. And, of course, Ed Reed's bust will go down in history because they got the hair exactly right, and Ed had a ball up there in his Hall of Fame speech.
And remember, next year they're going to celebrate the centennial year of the NFL with a special class of 20, so get ready for those speeches.
I wonder if they'll do it like Johnny Robinson this year, who actually submitted a video instead of going up to the podium, and his speech was about 5 minutes long, which is probably about the right length.
And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Give him 6 yards in the first down. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Breeze. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Christian Wilkins breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Another try after the first down sack. Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Throwing now is Breeze.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
So Breeze is going to stay out there, and they're going to go for this on 4th down. They do go for it. It's Breeze. And this is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
20!
47. Check, 47.
Left. Strong.
Fitzpatrick now to throw on 1st down. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Cameron Jordan, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. To throw is Fitzpatrick. His throw caught right around the 6. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. A 3-yard touchdown pass as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. The final shot before half for Breeze. He's going to look deep down the field into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a two-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Sheldon Rankins in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
47's the mic, boy, 47.
Here's Fitzpatrick. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Grant. And all the way down to the 42. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Good trap.
Hey, color. Go ahead.
Motion to the backfield. 47's the mic.
Hey, let's go.
Hey, come on out here.
On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. David Onyemata gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's Fitzpatrick. And the pressure gets to him again. Sheldon Rankins picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So now after the sack, 3rd and long, and Fitzpatrick and company a little work to do. Complete. This is Albert Wilson. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Tackle made there by Kiko Alonso.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Breeze. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
You must be dreaming. 29 is the mic.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. So here we go on 4th down with Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Breeze going to throw. And this one's incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Charles, if you think so far the early part of the preseason, who has stood out? If you take a peek back at the draft, the first round, it was pretty defensively minded, but there were 3 quarterbacks taken. Kyler Murray first, Daniel Jones 6th, Dwayne Haskins 15th. Of those guys, they've looked pretty good.
I agree with you, Brandon. When you talk about those 3 quarterbacks, and you're right, the rest of the draft, we're talking about big linemen, right? We're talking about defensive players, not a lot of skilled players.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On first down, Drake stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Running, it's Drake. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And it appears the offense is going to try this again. They've yet to convert the first 3 times on 4th down, but they're going once more. This is caught, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
2nd and 5 now. Breeze stepping up. He's going to... Now Breeze lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Eric Rowe. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Following the interception here, Fitzpatrick. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Eli Apple, and he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Now, listen, it's a team game. We know that. But where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? So they take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again. But on offense, they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. And you just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense. At the least, keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Sheldon Rankins able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here to have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
Fitzpatrick. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Oh, this offense is staying put. They're just 1 for 4 in these situations so far, but they're going again on 4th down. Now Fitzpatrick on 4th down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road? And everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
Throwing on 2nd down. Breeze. This is a catch by Ted Ginn. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets him 6.
Mike 29. Hey, that QB's trash.
He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Kiko Alonso. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Here's Fitzpatrick. Dancing to his left. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Demario Davis picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Watch the pass. You draw quarter. Come. Shit. Whip. Watch the whip. Tighten up. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Bang. 40 regular.
Fitzpatrick. He's got it at the 15. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
49, check 49, check 49.
P. Let's go.
From the red zone now, Fitzpatrick. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. And Stills over the middle. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now Fitzpatrick, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kalen Ballage taking it in. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while? Or you call... Now the defense loses. It's complete. And the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. So a victory here for the Miami.
We thought that at the end